Hey you guys, it's your girl Genevieve. Welcome to my page. This is my first video. I was instructed to do this video. I could not fall to sleep until I completed this video. Welcome to my page. I just want to give you guys an introduction of who I am. My name is Genevieve. I'm a mother of six, a single mother of six. My page is all about evolution, turning pain into power, and getting into your natural state and just healing. And I remember just wanting to know that somebody experienced the things that I've experienced and they came out okay, or there was another way to live life, or to channel my pain and the things that I've experienced in my childhood into better. So I am more than willing to show this, to share this experience with you guys, and to get a better understanding of how it is to really heal. Like, healing isn't about going to, every aspect of your life, that you experience pain in. Healing is when you say, okay, I've experienced this hurt me, I released it, I apply forgiveness for this, and I move with grace and compassion and forgiveness. And that comes with understanding who you are. When we experience trauma and wounds and stuff, that is something that the body physically feels. So if we're wounded, then that means that we can heal. Well, deeper than that, we're life force energy. So think of your mind as being a computer, right? Your computer being like a program, right? Your program that's in your mind dictates your reality, right? You're the creator of your reality. So when you program your mind to operate a certain way, or to be a certain way after experiencing certain things, then guess what? You produce the same outcomes. This leads me to my childhood. We're going to get in tune with my childhood. Currently, I'm just escaping a situation, an abusive, narcissistic situation, with my youngest daughter's father. As I stated, I have 6 children. My youngest is 2 and 1. My oldest is 13. I have 7-year-old twins, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old. And so I escaped that situation, and that situation in itself was like the test. I know at that point, like, I started to tap into different things. Like, I've hit rock bottom, right? So when you really go through this spiritual awakening, understand that you're going to go through a ego death, right? An ego death is you being stripped of everything that you thought that you were outside of self, right? That you built this fake facade, to be accepted by the world. That's the ego death. You getting stripped of everything, right? You getting stripped. I was homeless. I was in my car, sleeping, broke, up. I was messed up. And I remember just wanting to be in that situation. I wanted to feel this pain for some reason. And usually I'm a person that be like, oh, I lost it, I'm gonna go get it right back. I'm gonna get it right back. And I typically operate in that energy. But this time I needed to just sit in this, and I needed to sit in this, and I needed everybody to show me who they truly was. And I went through 6 months of just being homeless and just feeling alone, but I didn't understand what was going on. All I felt was like, oh my God, life cannot get any worse. Now I'm having my 6th kid. I'm in this toxic situation. I'm not trying to be in this situation. What is going on? Like, what is it? What's going on? So I had a very toxic upbringing. I was brought up in a house where, physical abuse, emotional abuse, an emotionally absent mother. And, I grew up in certain situations that, I lost my innocence very early. Like, I had to defend myself very early. I had to protect, my mom, from certain situations very early, and I feel like it took me away from who I truly was. Like, I began to be this person, this defense person, this strong, like protective person. And, in my life, I experienced molestation, in the home. And I remember just being this little girl and just like knowing so much, and knowing that, hey, I got to keep this to myself. Even though this is hurting me and it's bothering me, I have to keep this to myself, because it's so normal. It's been normalized that every weekend, I see my mother fighting, or I see, oh, go get the ammonia because my mother's knocked out on the floor, So, I kept a lot of things, and for the black sheeps out there, and the black sheeps are the people that experience so much in life, and you be like, yo, like, does it end? Does it get worse? Does it get better? I want you to understand that that is a test from your higher self. It's a challenge from your higher self, right? It's a challenge from your higher self. So we're here for spirit evolution. We're here to evolve, right? Spiritually. So how can you evolve? With growth, right? How do we grow? With pain. So a lot of the times the chosen ones, the true chosen ones, experience so much pain, but they stay true to who they are. They stay pure. They stay with good intentions. They stay wanting to be helpful. They stay doing whatever. That's me, right? That's me. I've been drained. I have 6 kids of my own. I became a product of my environment. What do you mean by that? My mother has 7 kids. You know, I became a baby making machine. I was looking for families and different men because I was trying to get the family that I wanted as a little girl. You know what I'm saying? And that's with the triple effect. I normalized, my parents. Oh yeah, they was fighting and my father was knocking my mother out, but hey, they married though at the end of the day. So I was idolizing their relationship. Guess what? I started to attract those type of men in my life, even down to the zodiac sign of my father. That's how deep it is, right? Because you are what you attract. So I got out this toxic relationship, and this was the groundbreaker for me. I knew that if I didn't leave this person alone, I had worked on myself spiritually so much that I knew that if I didn't leave this man alone, I was not going to evolve, because this was a test, right? This was a test, and it was a test because this person broke me into so many different ways, like broke me down to the T in every aspect. And I remember, being pregnant and just having a baby and saying, yo, it is over for me. Like 6 kids, like what am I gonna do? Like, and I remember a voice saying, yo, listen, you either gonna you can't go no lower. You're not going no lower. So either you going to climb up out of this shit or you're done. And a lot of the times we think that if we change what we're doing physically, that we change. That's not the case. When your soul is calling for a break, right? When your soul is calling for a break and it says, ego, I'm going to tear you down because you are running me raggedy. Okay? You're running me raggedy. This person is out of alignment. They don't know who they truly are, but they are a chosen one. And they deserve to live a fulfilling life after everything they experience. So when the soul calls and say, listen, it's done. Take over. Understand that you are everything. Right? So when your soul takes over, we're spirit, we're not this body. So if you are watching me right now and you think in your mind that you are that body, or I'm that body, I'm this body that you see, stop it. Okay? That's why I could come up here and I don't care what nobody think. Yep, sure did. 12 o'clock at night, hair sticking on top of my head. But guess what? Spirit wouldn't let me go to sleep until I delivered this message. Somebody needs to hear this message. There's a chosen one out there that's trying to give up. Don't give up, chosen one. You passed the test. You passed it. Keep going, chosen one. You got this. Everybody that didn't support you, everybody that judged you, everybody that, disowned you, whatever the case is, whatever it is, don't worry. They got to sit back and they got to watch this, but you got to keep going on. And you got to come into, I manifest that this video reach everyone that needs to see this, that needs to know that, yes, listen, it does get crazy, but it gets better. And listen, I'm sitting here right now because Spirit wants me to share my life with you guys. They want me to share my life with you guys before the greatness happens. In the midst of it. I am no longer my old self, but the new self ain't come in yet. I'm in the midst of it. And I want to teach and I want to enlighten people with my experience in life. There's nothing that no one outside of me that's watching me right now have not experienced that I experienced. From mother issues, from molestation, from abuse, from abandonment, from everything that you can name. And guess what? I have 6 kids of my own. 6 kids of my own. Doing it on my own. Still trying to reprogram my mind, reprogramming my mind, figuring out who I truly am, learning to truly heal deeper than what we've been taught. My eyes is low like this because I'm tired, but this message has to come up. And this is going to be my first video on my YouTube. I want everybody to look at my story. And I'm going to get so transparent, and I'm going to be so honest and so blunt that at the end of each story, you're going to say, yo, that girl is really deserving of everything that she has coming her way. And so are you. So is everyone in this life that's experiencing some type of hardship, experience some type of hurt, experience some type of unfairness, whatever it is. We all deserve the best experience for ourselves. But guess what, though? We have to create it. It doesn't come from us. It doesn't come from God, anybody outside of us. We have to create it. And how do we create it? How do we create it when we've been programmed to think so bad and to be so defensive and to think that somebody's out to get us? You get vulnerable. Get vulnerable. Accept what happened. Yeah, this happened to me and this made me feel some type of way. You have to come into agreements with what it is that you feel in your emotions in order to say, okay, you know what? I don't want to feel that emotion anymore, because that's not producing anything but a negative feel, right? So when you understand that and you get to that point of knowing, you know what I'm saying, where certain things came from, why do I operate this certain way? Why is my mind so negative? You're able to say, you know what? My choice is not to have that thought. I'm going to think positive, right? Because we are the creator of our reality. Think of your mind as a computer. This is quantum physics. Everything that you see is quantum physics. This is a holographic imagery that's created through our mind, right? Our mind is black. You can't see nothing. Our senses is what connects us to reality. Think of your mind as a computer, right? Computer. Search google.com. Hey, what's the weather today? Google's going to produce you the weather. So if you do that every day, what is Google going to do? Produce the weather. I'm sorry, I'm from Brooklyn, so I talk real fast. You feel what I'm saying? But listen, I talk real fast, okay? Yeah, and I'm tired, but listen, the message got to come out. And I'm still going 12 minutes and taking no breaks, you already know. But yeah, so your brain is a computer. So you search Google every day. Oh yeah, what's the weather going to be? But Google say, all right, the weather's going to be this. So every day you do that, Google's going to keep producing the same results. That's how your brain works. If you think about the negative and the traumas and this and everything that you've experienced in your life, and you replay it in your head, or you have like so much of it like rooted in you, that's going to replay. Because you're like a field, an energy field of information. So you give the universe what it is that you want, the frequency, right? That's how it works. That's true healing. That's understanding and understanding who you truly are. That's the only way that you can truly heal. You don't heal by going back and revisiting everything in every situation. You look at that person as oneness with everything, a person that experienced their own traumas and pains and trials and tribulations that created that person. And we all have choices. Yes, we do. I've experienced things that didn't make me want to go and touch on, kids, experience, whatever. No, that's not the case. We all have free will to change the perspective and to make the conscious decision. The decision that they made, you know what? That is what they have to deal with on their soul and their spirit. And that's how you have to think of this. You have to come pure with anything and everything. You have to make an agreement to say, you know what, this no longer serves me no more. How I'm feeling about my mother, how I'm feeling about this, how I'm feeling about that, this no longer serves me. Okay, so as I said, this is my first message. I hope that this message reaches those in which I'm trying to gain their attention, to just give people the opportunity to really heal and to look into my life, because I'm going to be raw and uncut. I'm not sugarcoating anything. You're not going to see me scripting anything. You see how I jumped on here with my hair like this. This not about this. Spirit said it's not about how you look. And I've been supposed to start at my page. And Spirit knew that I've been supposed to start at my page, but I want to be perfect. I want to be perfect, but perfect just brings on procrastination. That's the reason to say, oh yeah, I can't do this because I look this way, or I can't do that way. Baby, because it ain't the physical I'm worried about you seeing me. It's me worried about you feeling me. That's what it's about. Okay, so we in this together, divine consciousness, raising of a consciousness. I'm a spiritual girl. No, I invite all the spiritual girlies. I inspired everyone to come along, This is my page. It's going to be freestyle. I'm free spirited, and I'm not going to be strict. It's not going to be, oh, this is what this is that. No, yeah, so Genevieve here. You know, I hope that my message reach, you know, people in which that needs to hear it. Subscribe, like, share, comment, whatever. You know, I don't know how it goes, but I just know that I'm here as a messenger for spirit, for source. So, yes, you guys, have a great night.